Hello YouTube, Shock16 back once again. So you could probably already tell from the title, get a bit of a brief idea of what this video is already going to be about. But yeah, let me explain. Basically, been looking at the way I've been collecting lately and my actual collection as well. And my collection is kind of random. I just collect for anything and everything basically, and it's just becoming a mess. I've got shit just everywhere for everything. So yeah, I thought I'd bring a bit of focus back to my collection, to the point where I was actually going to get rid of a few consoles and games and stuff like that just to tidy it up. But the thing is, if I get rid of something, I know that a few months from now I'm going to miss it and want it again. So then I'll just have to end up buying it all back again, and I don't really want to do that. So what I have done is I've chosen to stop collecting for some certain systems at the moment. I put them into storage so they're out of the way, and then I've got more room and more focus to collect for the things that I want to collect for. So yeah, so two consoles that I've decided not to collect for anymore, to put in storage, not to collect for, is the Nintendo 64. Yeah, it's a system that I've not really always got on with. I kind of always wanted one, and then when I got one, I wasn't really that impressed with it. I mean, it used to be a great system back in the day, but I just don't think games on the Nintendo 64 have aged well at all. And yeah, I know a lot of people will disagree with me on that one, but yeah, that's just the way I feel about the N64. So I don't really play on it, so I'm going to stop collecting for it. That's going to be boxed up, put into storage. And the next one is getting ready for the haters to throw things at me, is the Mega Drive. Yeah, as you know, I've not long got a Mega Drive into the collection. I've always, do you know what I mean? It was one of those that I always wanted. But again, I'm just not really playing on it. It's just kind of there and it's collecting dust and room. But I know if I get rid of it, I want to play on one again, and I want to start collecting for it again. So again, I'm not getting rid of it. It's just going to be boxed up, stored, and I'm not going to collect for it again anymore. And then handhelds, I'm going to stop collecting for the Game Boy Advance. Do you know what I mean? It's not really a handheld that means anything to me. So again, I'm not really playing on it. So it's being boxed up, going into storage, and the collection's stopping for it. When I say the collections are stopping for those systems, I mean just for now, just till I get a bit of focus back on the stuff that I want to collect for. So yeah, they're all going to storage. So the systems that I'm going to be drawing the focus back towards again is of course the Sega Saturn, the Neo Geo AES, and the Super Nintendo. Oh, and I'm also going to try and complete my Game Boy mission again, where I'm trying to get the 15 games for the original Game Boy that I originally had as a kid. So yeah, that's my main focus this year. I'm getting rid of, well, I'm not getting rid of it. All the stuff that I'm not playing on is being boxed up into storage, and it's making room for all the stuff that I want to focus on again. So that's my collection focus for this year. So as I'm bringing the collection back towards the Saturn again, it's only right that I crack on with some of the haul that I've picked up for it over the past month or so. So first pickup is just a generic sports title, but one needed for the full collection, and it's World League Soccer 98. Pristine condition this is. Doesn't even look like it's been touched. Fresh off the shelf that bad boy is. Let's see if I can show you the manual. These things are so hard to get into sometimes. There you go, look. Pristine. And £2 including postage on that one. So I'm sure the seller actually missed out on that one. So the next pickup is a game called Crime Wave. This game looks a bit like, can you remember the first Grand Theft Auto on the PlayStation where it was overhead, very free roam? This looks like that. In fact, it looks very much like that, but instead of getting out your car, I think you just fire your weapons from the car. So yeah, you drive around, free roam around the city, cracking crimes, and that's Crime Wave. Looks like quite a brilliant game, that one. So the next one I picked up was another cheap and cheerful one. actually saw this going for a buy it now. It was going for about £6 to £7. I got this one for about £3 all in with the postage again. So yeah, and that is Scorcher. It's basically, imagine Wipeout but on bikes. Yeah, so that's Scorcher. Now the next one I got, I think I've overpaid for this. I paid about £20 for it. I think that is more than the going rate for it. Not sure, but this is what happens when you surf eBay after you've had a few down pub. So yeah. Pro tip, don't surf eBay after you've come back from the pub. Surf it before you go down to the pub. So yeah, anyway. Batman Forever. Yeah, and I know what you're thinking. Batman Forever, piece of shit. But don't get this confused with like the version you get on the Mega Drive and stuff like that, because this is a totally different game. It's Batman Forever, the arcade game. And it basically, it kind of looks a bit Streets of Rage-esque. Do you know what I mean? You just go around the streets beating people up, and you've got like a little power bar, and when that fills up you can perform special attacks and stuff like that. It actually looks like a great game. Honestly, if you don't believe me, YouTube it. After you've done watching this, YouTube it. Batman Forever arcade game for Saturn, and it plays completely different. Right, now my last and final pickup for the Saturn this time round was a game that I paid around £25 for. Yeah, about £25 all in with the postage. And when you look at it, you'll probably think, why? So I'll show it you and then I'll explain why. And it is Virtua Fighter Remix. And I don't think the camera's picking it up well at all, but if you see the outer box on this thing isn't in great shape at all, but yeah, it's all about the contents inside really. So why did I pay £25 for that? Well, basically because it seems really rare to get hold of. Currently there's only one other copy of this in PAL region on eBay. So, and yeah, and I think that's going for about £30. I'm not sure. Sure, if you type it in Virtua Fighter Remix on eBay, it will come up. It's going for about £27. Probably over 30 with postage and stuff like that. So I snapped this one at £25 because, like I said, there was only two on eBay. There's only one left. There's only one left on eBay now in the PAL region. If you want it in Jap region, or if you want it in US region, then there's quite a few copies, and I don't think they go for that much either. Actually, I've got the page up 1 minute. Yeah, don't go for very much in US or not. Or Japan at all, but over here it seems really rare to get it in the PAL format. So yeah, basically anyway, before I bought it, I did a quick search on Google, tried to do a little bit of research about it to see if it was actually worth that kind of money. And there's really not that much information about it. All I can get from information on Google and different gaming sites is that basically Virtua Fighter Remix is just a redone Virtua Fighter. They've basically just updated the graphics, some of the sounds, and they've changed a few menus and stuff like that. Basically the graphics just look a little less blocky, a bit more smoother, and then they've released it as Virtua Fighter Remix. So anyway, yeah, in the US, if you had a registered copy, if you went out, brought Virtua Fighter and registered it, then you got Virtua Fighter Remix for free. They just sent you a copy of it for free. So then over here in the UK, I think they basically just boxed it up with another disc and sold it as like a bit of a special limited edition kind of thing. I'm not sure, like I say, that could be complete shit. It's basically just the only bit of information that I've managed to find out about it. So yeah, I'll show you what it entitles anyway. It's just basically, yeah, a cardboard box. Like I said, not too great condition. Then inside you get Virtua Fighter Remix disc. So you've got your game, and then you've got your instructions, your instruction manuals. They're crispy as out. The discs are really in brilliant condition in this as well. And then you've got this, the CG portrait disc. So I'm taking it, this is just stills and yeah, pictures and stuff like that taken from the Remix game, probably just to show you the comparison of how much it differs, how smooth the graphics are and stuff like that. I'm not really sure because I haven't put it in yet, so it could contain a bit more than that. So yeah, that's basically what it is. It's basically just like a smoother special edition of Virtua Fighter, which seems to be really rare to get hold of in the PAL region. So yeah. Anyway, like I said, I might have overpaid on that. I might have not have done. Like I said, there's only one other copy on there now. I'm looking at the page now. I've actually just done a search for it right now, and there's still only that one on there, which is priced more than what I paid for this one. So there's really nothing to price it up against. So yeah, I might have overpaid, might not have done, might have got myself a bargain. I'm just wondering now though, that now that one's been sold to me, I'm wondering if more copies will come out the woodwork of this now, because they know they can get around £25 to £30 for it. So yeah, I'm going to keep a lookout for it and see how many come out the woodwork and see how much they go for. But yeah, at the time of making this video, there is still just that one copy on eBay in the PAL format. So yeah, I might have a future, I don't know, like a future Panzer Dragoon or something. It might be like a really rare game. No, my luck, shitloads will come out the woodwork and it'll be worth about £3 in a week. And just in case you're wondering, that now takes my full Saturn collection up to 118 games, which means I'm 2 under halfway. So not bad really, is it? And that's everything for this video, guys. So until next time, I've been Shock16. You've been great. Bye bye for now. And only now have I just noticed that I'm wearing black. I started off in white. Continuity errors for the win, people.